The trial of a man charged with killing his friend and dumping his body into the Kentucky River started today.
No charges will be filed against the mother of a boy who ended up in the Cincinnati Zoo's gorilla exhibit.
Tens of thousands of people expected to celebrate the life of Muhammad Ali in his hometown. What to expect if you're heading to Louisville.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. Testimony in a high-profile Lexington murder trial is now underway.
Mark Taylor is accused of murdering UK chef Alex Johnson in December of 2013. Johnson's mother was the first to take the stand. WKYT's Victor Puente is live at the Fayette County Courthouse with our top story at 5. Victor?
This trial is expected to go several days with multiple witnesses. Prosecutors say Robert Mark Taylor killed Alex Johnson over drugs and money. Prosecutors say Johnson, who worked as a cook at UK, also sold large amounts of marijuana, and that's how he and Taylor knew each other. They say in December of 2013, Taylor and another man, Timothy Tiny Ballard, met Johnson at his apartment and eventually kidnapped and killed him. They say Taylor and Ballard took 15 pounds of marijuana and $30,000 in cash that Johnson had stored. Johnson's body was found inside of a barrel in the Kentucky River in January of 2014. Taylor's attorneys argue that the only witness against him is Ballard. Ballard took a plea deal and must testify against Taylor as part of that agreement. Johnson's mom testified that she had no idea her son sold marijuana. Prosecutors say surveillance cameras caught Taylor and Ballard the night Johnson was killed.
In the back of the car, Alex was gasping and he was gurgling. You will see the defendant stop. He will then walk around the car to the passenger side, open that door, and begin to hit Alex again and again and again.
Taylor's attorney said he made some mistakes, but he was not the one who killed Alex Johnson. Over the next few days, Johnson's girlfriend, his mother, and witnesses who heard screaming the night he disappeared are expected to testify. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Taylor was arrested in Texas near the Mexican border.
It was a brief escape from an inmate in Lincoln County this afternoon. The Garrett County Sheriff says that David Hall kicked out the back window of a transport van while being taken to the Lincoln County Jail. But he was caught nearby within 30 minutes. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy has the latest on how authorities were able to quickly recapture him.
An old transport van and a determined inmate don't often make a good combination. Garrett County Sheriff Tim Davis says his deputies were transporting 12 inmates from the courthouse to the Lincoln County Jail where they're housed when one of the inmates, David Hall, broke out.
He had somehow obtained a handcuff key. He had taken his shackles and his cuffs off, kicked out the back window of our transport van, and bailed out of the vehicle.
The sheriff says Hall ran back behind this business and hid in a nearby trailer park.
He was belligerent. I don't know how combative because, you know, fairly quickly several units got there. But once he was apprehended again, searched, they found the handcuff key that he used to escape.
The sheriff says he's still trying to figure out how Hall got the handcuff key. Hall told him he picked it up at the courthouse. Because of Hall's footwork, the department is looking into buying a more secure transport van.
It's kind of an older van and it's in pretty bad shape, but it's what we have, so yeah, he took advantage of that situation.
The sheriff says Hall will most likely face criminal mischief and escape charges. In Garrett County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
And the sheriff says they reviewed surveillance video from the courthouse and they did not see Hall pick up a handcuff key. They're now trying to figure out how he got it. 2 men were arrested this morning after police say they robbed 3 businesses and led them on a 2-county chase with a baby, a newborn, in the car. The Waffle House on Richmond Road was hit first about 2 this morning, then the Waffle House off Reading Road, followed by a Shell station on Man o' War Boulevard near Nicholasville Road. Police arrested 2 men after a 2-county chase. Andonius Patino is charged with 3 counts of robbery. George Zamiga is facing multiple charges, including wanton endangerment and resisting arrest. Police say a 17-year-old girl who was also in the vehicle has not been charged. The newborn was released to relatives. She was not injured.
Today, prosecutors said the mother of the 3-year-old boy who fell into a gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo will not face charges. Monique Blair is at the live desk with more on why the prosecutor decided not to press charges. Monique?
Well, Amber, for the mother to be charged, she would have to have acted negligently in the moments leading up to the boy's fall. Dieter said he found no evidence that the mother intended to hurt her child, and he says in this situation, there was nothing she could have done.
She had 3 other kids with her and turned her back. And if anyone doesn't believe a 3-year-old can scamper off very quickly, they've never had kids.
Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter says the mother was caring for 3 young children when her son ran away and fell into a moat that housed the 17-year-old gorilla named Harambe. After the boy fell, Harambe spent several minutes dragging the boy in the water. Zoo officials decided to kill Harambe rather than tranquilize him because they say the boy's life was in danger and action had to be taken quickly.
The zoo lost a beautiful animal, but it's still an animal. It does not equate human life. And they felt that this boy's life was in jeopardy, and they made the painful choice to do what they did.
Now, after the announcement was made that charges won't be filed, the family of the boy who fell in the moat released a statement saying, in part, quote, "The family is very pleased with this decision. This is one more step in allowing us to put this tragic episode behind us and return our normal family life," end quote. At the live desk, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. That gorilla exhibit is expected to reopen tomorrow for the first time since the incident happened. The zoo has since added a taller barrier around the gorilla enclosure.
Memorial services have been announced for boxing legend Muhammad Ali. The 3-time heavyweight champ died over the weekend at the age of 74. CBS's Kenneth Craig is in Louisville and has the details of public services, which are expected to draw tens of thousands.
There's no place in the world that nobody knew of Muhammad Ali.
Jimmy Smith is teaching his young son about Muhammad Ali. Smith had planned to stop at the Ali Center in Louisville, Kentucky, while on a family trip from Ohio to Atlanta.
And as we're driving down past couple of days, sadly we heard the news that he was passing away, and it's just tragic timing, I guess.
Ali's death has been met with an outpouring of love and memories from fans all around the world. His life and legacy will be honored during 2 interfaith memorial services. 18,000 are expected to attend an Islamic prayer program Thursday at Louisville's Freedom Hall, and another 15,000 will be allowed into a public service Friday at the Yum Center.
He was larger than the Muslim community, larger than the African American community.
Ali's family says the former heavyweight champ helped plan his memorials and gave his approval before he died. Former President Bill Clinton will be among those delivering a eulogy.
Smith says while he won't be able to attend the services, he's glad he achieved his lifelong goal of visiting the Ali Center. He says it's appropriate for Ali to fill an arena one last time.
For him to be able to, I think, allow public access to it, that's his style. I wouldn't expect anything less.
A farewell worthy of the greatest. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Louisville, Kentucky.
And the family says that they'll continue working for causes in their father's name, including Parkinson's research.
Well, it is a warm day today, but not too warm to enjoy the outdoors, which is exactly what our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey, is doing right now.
They even put a putter in his hand. I can't wait to see this. He's live at the St. Joseph Foundation Golf Tournament here in Lexington. Amber plays golf. I don't. How about you?
You know what? I play every now and then, but not to what Miss Amber gets out on the golf course and plays, all right? My game is nowhere near hers, though I may go over here and take a little venture at some putting, work on that short game coming up here in just a little bit. Well, what an absolutely gorgeous day to be out here at the University Club of Kentucky. St. Joseph Hospital Foundation today, 27th annual. And during that time, we've raised a little over $2.1 million over that 27 years. Absolutely great work the folks out here are doing for the St. Joseph Hospital Foundation. Weather-wise, they were telling me the past several years it has rained. I said, you know what? I'm out here today and it's sunny. Gives you an idea. You just need to invite me every year to come on out here and be a part of this. Hey, let's talk about the weather where you live, and it is gorgeous throughout central and eastern Kentucky. We look at the temperatures out there. We are generally into the low 80s this afternoon. Humidity, not bad at all. Got that big blue sky over top of us. That's what you would expect at the University Club of Kentucky. Defender Radar Network is dry across the region for now, and as we roll our way through the next few days, we're going to notice a September feel that is on the way to central and eastern Kentucky as a cold front dives in here tomorrow. We have a small chance for a shower or thunderstorm. The big story, though, will continue to be the temperatures that will come down. And from there, temperatures will begin to take on a different look, but still stay the big weather story into the weekend. Guys, when I come back in just a few minutes, we've got an hour-by-hour forecast that is tracking September and 4th of July type temperatures. The 90s are showing up. I'll show you when in just a few.
Chris, thanks so much. Deputies have arrested a man accused of harassing and threatening a jogger. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Knox County. 30-year-old Travis Hall is charged with terroristic threatening, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. The victim told deputies that she was jogging on Master Street in Corbin when a man started following her and screaming obscenities at her. While she was on the phone with police, that man started chasing her until a passing car stopped to help. Deputies later identified the man as Hall. His court date is scheduled for June 14th. In Morgan County, a federal appeals panel has dismissed a former judge executive's challenge to his guilty plea and sentence in a corruption case. Tim Conley pled guilty in 2014 to mail fraud in a scheme in which he took $130,000 in kickbacks from a contractor in the wake of a March 2012 tornado that killed 6 people in the county. And in Madison County, a man charged in connection to the shooting of a sheriff's deputy went in front of a judge this morning. Joseph Curtis was arraigned on a fleeing and evading charge. State police say he was riding with Daniel Pigg last week when Pigg shot Deputy Kevin Crutcher. Crutcher returned fire, killing Pigg. State police say Curtis then ran from the scene after the shootings. Deputy Crutcher is now home recovering from his injuries.
As a tropical storm begins to make landfall on Florida's Gulf Coast, the governor has declared a state of emergency.
Methadone clinics have been around for decades and done their best to stay below the radar.
You do get judged for coming to places like this.
Are they helping the state's drug epidemic or adding to the problem? Methadone clinics tonight at 6 on WKYT.
If you want to sell your house, you can call an ugly sign on the side of the road, or you can call a company with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. My name is Brian Evans, and I've been buying houses in Lexington for over 10 years. I can give you cash today. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Flowers are important because they cheer people up, they make people feel better, they say sorry in a really easy way. And that's important to me because if someone's celebrating the birth of a baby or a graduation or some huge success, I get to be a part of that celebration. But every customer wants to be treated like you know them or like you are their friend. I promise, if you come in and get a bouquet from me, it will be fresh, colorful, made with care, and made with you in mind. Hi, I'm Amber, and I'm from the Portland Kroger.
Before contemplating the many choices on Steak and Shake's $4 menu, one must calm the mind in our Zen garden. Focus. The garlic double steak burger meal. Reflect. The taco salad meal. Zen. The original double and cheese steak burger meal. Oh!
The $4 menu, where all meals are under $4 at Steak and Shake.
The all-American Toyota Sienna. It goes beyond versatility and comfort with room for the whole team. A power third-row seat, blind spot monitoring, advanced infotainment suite, and the only all-wheel drive system available in a minivan. And it's still one of the safest vehicles on the road. Toyota Sienna. Add a little swagger to your life. Now get any new 2016 Sienna with 0% financing for 60 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Guys, our number's way! Yeah, wait. We can finally stop playing these wedding gigs and start rocking out!
Hey, guys! What's going on?
Lenny, I hope you got that ticket in the same place, bro! Yeah!
Ticket?
The only way you can win Kentucky's Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot is if you actually buy your ticket.
All right, let's get Tim and Don on the dance floor. Whatever. Go.
If you want to sell your house, you can call an ugly sign on the side of the road, or you can call a company with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. My name is Brian Evans, and I've been buying houses in Lexington for over 10 years. I can give you cash today. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Hey everybody, welcome back here, University Club of Kentucky. It is the 27th annual St. Joseph Hospital Foundation Golf Tournament, where they are raising a ton of money again for the foundation. Can you believe they pay me to come out here on a day like this? Feel like I should give my check back. Temperatures across the entire area, beautiful skies out here, low 80s, humidity though very low across central and eastern Kentucky. 9 live sky cams that we are looking at from across the entire region, and we are seeing a similar scene across all of Kentucky compared to what I am seeing out here right now, and that is a lot of blue skies, a little puffy cumulus cloud from time to time, but overall very nice conditions throughout our part of the world. We look at your Defender radar network, and it is calm, it is clean. That is exactly how we like to see it, with nothing going on across central and eastern Kentucky. As we look at our 3-day threat track, we will be talking about the potential for a little spotty shower thunderstorm heading into the day tomorrow. But overall, the focus of the forecast going forward is on nice weather coming up Wednesday into Thursday. It's a blast of September air, so it actually gets better than what we already have out there now. This is pretty darn good. Over the next few days, hour-by-hour forecast will show you how we go into the day tomorrow, and there's at least the chance for an isolated shower or a thunderstorm across most areas, with temperatures that will be topping out mainly into the low and mid 70s. We go into Wednesday, a little cool to start, yeah, right around 50. By the afternoon, again, sunshine and low 70s, low humidity. Thursday's forecast, a little chill in the air Thursday morning as temperatures drop into the 40s. That's right, I said it, the 40s on Thursday morning, with afternoon highs back into the 70s. Now that will set the stage, though, for a big rebound in thermometers by the time we hit Friday, and especially this weekend. Introducing some heat starting this weekend. Could be a little band of some thunderstorms on Friday. Temperatures this weekend, I think, have a good shot of hitting 90 for the first time this year across most of central and eastern Kentucky. And by the time we hit Monday, we will be talking about the potential for some showers and some thunderstorms during that time. But back out here at the University Club of Kentucky, event is winding down today. Had the ball drop a little earlier. Now coming up here in just a little bit, we're going to switch from the driving range, which, as you can see, is now quiet. Everybody's over here kind of finishing the day with a nice little gathering. And I'm going to go over here to the putting range, where the putting green, where my short game is going to get a lot of work. Hard to put out here on the driving range. Right now, though, let's check on, speaking of driving, how the roads are looking. Here is Officer Don with traffic.
Live look at Lexington rush hour traffic this afternoon. We cleared the crash I-75 at the 111. We have all lanes open southbound now. Also, Harrodsburg is back open at Allendale. On the north side, outbound Paris Pike, just past the interstate. Looks like it's going to be a stalled car, but it's stalled in the left lane. They're trying to push it over out of the way. Drive times this afternoon to Versailles, 12 to 15 minutes. To Nicholasville is about the same situation, and no problems headed to Richmond on 75. Now back to in the studio.
Thank you, Don. With her win in Puerto Rico, Hillary Clinton now less than 24 delegates from clinching the Democratic presidential nomination. An update from the campaign trail in 4 minutes here on WKYT News.
WKYT is putting the new back in late news with newer stories and more updates. So there's less repetition, which means no wasted time. WKYT News at 11. Newer, fresher, worth staying up for.
If you've been denied VA benefits, visit forthepeople.com or call 1-800-MORGAN-LAW so we can help you with your appeal. Morgan & Morgan, for our veterans.
You know that old saying, there's 1,000 ways to slice a grape? Well, tell Arby's about the other 999, because we're still stuck doing it this way. Every morning, hand slicing grapes just for one seasonal sandwich. If Arby's does all this work for just one sandwich ingredient, imagine what kind of effort we put into the rest of them. I mean, is somebody back there cracking pecans? Arby's, we have the meat.
Behave for Uncle Pete.
Bye.
I'll see you guys later, man.
Now Time Warner Cable makes your internet go faster, up to 300 megs.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's okay, it's good.
With home Wi-Fi, powered by the latest equipment available to cover all your devices. So when you need more from your internet, it's there for you. Discover how much more is included. Get 50 meg internet for $39.99 per month. Call 1-855-1TWC. Time Warner Cable.
Tired of painting? Go Rhino, and you'll never have to paint again. Now you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for brick, stucco, wood, or aluminum. And Rhino Shield won't chip, crack, flake, or peel for home or business. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Greatness isn't about creating one masterpiece and calling it a day. It's about challenging yourself to create a masterpiece every time. Come celebrate a half-century of innovations at the Kawasaki Golden Anniversary Sales Event. Save up to $2,500 plus 0% financing on select models at participating dealers. Visit Kawasaki.com to find a dealer near you.
Visit JVM Motorsports in Harrodsburg the weekend of June 11th to test drive a new Kawasaki.
Big M Superstore in Nicholasville. See and feel the difference.
When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app. Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Florida's governor has declared a state of emergency ahead of Tropical Storm Colin.
The center of Colin is expected to hit the coast of Florida around Big Bend, that area, sometime tonight. According to NOAA, the tropical storm could produce 3 to 5 inches of rain in some areas and even a few tornadoes. Governor Rick Scott says the state of emergency applies to all 34 counties in Colin's projected path.
Every person in our state needs to follow this and be prepared. We're this the beginning of hurricane season. We live in a peninsula state. It's important for everybody to think about these things and follow what's going on.
After making landfall in Florida, experts say the storm will move towards southeastern Georgia early tomorrow. Hillary Clinton's win in Puerto Rico over the weekend has put her just 23 delegates short of securing the Democratic presidential nomination. With 60 delegates at stake, Clinton picked up at least 36. Bernie Sanders won at least 20. Now just a few delegates shy of hitting the magic number, Hillary Clinton is set to become the first ever female presidential nominee. The two candidates now head into the final batch of primaries for tomorrow, where 6 states offer a total of 694 delegates.
Federal Reserve Chairman Janet Yellen believes the economy is improving, but she says there are many uncertainties on whether the Fed should resume raising interest rates. Yellen spoke in Philadelphia earlier today, dropping a reference she made last month about how a rate hike would be appropriate in the coming months. But she also acknowledged Friday's dismal jobs report could cast some doubts about the strength of the economy.
Although this recent labor market report was on balance concerning, let me emphasize that one should never attach too much significance to any single monthly report.
The speech has been highly anticipated since it comes 1 week before the Fed's next meeting on June 14th and 15th. Coming up on WKYT News at 5:30, we're learning more about the suspect in last year's Laurel County double murder case.
A popular cell phone company is thanking its customers by offering them free stock. And there's a new treatment for the most common form of skin cancer that doesn't include surgery. We'll have the details coming up in Better Living.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, providing home comfort is our only priority.
That's why we're always here for you, and we never charge overtime. No hidden fees.
Because we know if you're calling on the weekend, something's wrong.
Call us anytime. We're here when you need us most.
Someone else can get them dressed. Someone else can push the swing.
Someone else can fix their lunch. Someone else can tuck them in. But they don't want someone else. They want you. Get checked for breast and cervical cancer. For information on free screenings, call 1-844-249-0708.
Start planning your Dollywood vacation today. Receive a third night free at Dollywood's Dream War Resort, plus exclusive park privileges during your stay.
Days like this are getting harder to find. We're long on life, but short on time. When I get a chance to kick back and unwind, I live for Myrtle Beach days. Myrtle Beach days got blue in the sky, not a care in the air, ocean breeze blowing by, just sitting on the sand, soaking up the sunshine. I live for Myrtle Beach days.
He's been turned down. Commence operation. Hey! You need a car.
I got turned down for credit.
Turned down for what?
For credit.
Sorry, earwax. Turned down for what?
Credit.
Drive time won't turn you down, regardless of credit.
Cool.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time First. Call, click, or visit.
DQ funnel cake a la mode? Hold on. Coming through.
For the next hours. Cloudy tomorrow.
Funnel cake has a new home. The DQ Bakes new funnel cake a la mode with the world-famous DQ soft serve and your favorite topping. This is fan food, not fast food.
Funnel cake a la mode.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, providing home comfort is our only priority.
That's why we're always here for you, and we never charge overtime. No hidden fees.
Because we know if you're calling on the weekend, something's wrong.
Call us anytime. We're here when you need us most.
It is time now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Basal cell carcinoma is the most common form of skin cancer in the U.S., with more than 4 million cases diagnosed every year. Until now, surgery has been the standard treatment. But as Kenneth Craig tells us about a new non-invasive option that's now helping cancer patients get rid of the disease.
Will Leggett has come a long way since he was first diagnosed with skin cancer on his nose.
You're clear.
Leggett had basal cell carcinoma, which his doctor was able to diagnose and treat without major surgery.
When you first came here, you didn't know what to expect.
No, I didn't, not at all.
Leggett was scheduled for an invasive forehead flap surgery until he got a second opinion from Dr. Orit Markowitz at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York.
She said, I think I can do this without you having to go under a knife to have it removed. And of course, we were blown away.
Dr. Markowitz was able to save Leggett's nose using this non-invasive laser called optical coherence tomography. It's similar to an ultrasound, but uses infrared light to provide even clearer and deeper images.
With non-invasive imaging technology, you have a little more leeway in terms of figuring out, first of all, what you're dealing with without having to cut the skin.
After isolating Leggett's cancer, Markowitz treated the tumor with a topical cream and oral therapy.
It's a real blessing to see it gone and to realize that a doctor was able to do it without cutting my nose off.
And today there's no sign of the cancer that once took over his nose. Kenneth Craig, CBS News.
Optical coherence tomography is FDA approved, but the device is expensive for doctors to buy, and the procedure is not covered by insurance. American Airlines is moving to improve its in-flight internet. The world's largest airline signed a deal with Viasat, a satellite internet provider, to provide high-speed service to 100 of its newest planes. Viasat already provides service to United, JetBlue, and Virgin America. Its higher speed allows better video streaming on services like Netflix and and Amazon. T-Mobile CEO is thanking customers by giving them a piece of the company. He announced Monday that T-Mobile is offering new and existing primary account holders 1 share of common stock. Nearly 11 million existing customers are eligible. T-Mobile is currently trading at about $44. T-Mobile customers can sign up for stock through a new T-Mobile Tuesdays app or at T-MobileTuesdays.com. Now, here's what's coming up for you at 5:30.